Good morning, life scientists. Well, this is my first video for you that I'm uploading to what is now going to be YouTube. And I just wanted to take a moment to go over the rubric for today's I-2 activity, which stands for identify and interpret. So basically, you're going to be reviewing a document and a diagram, and you're going to be identifying things that you see on the diagram and then trying to interpret what does it mean. So an observation is what you see, an interpretation is what you think it's telling you. Finally, you're going to be doing an interpretation summary, or basically a caption of that diagram. And part of what I'm looking for is that you can make the proper connections to the target concepts. Okay? So I know that you know how to read a rubric. This is our novice column. Okay, apprentice. And this is where we want to live. We want to end up in the practitioner. But some of you will touch here on expert. So this is the column that you're going to be focusing on. Okay, and there are a couple of things I wanted to include here. On the assignment for today, you are actually going to be asked to identify a minimum of, according to this particular one, of 12 items. Okay, 12 items. So I know it says 3 here. We're going to be editing this for our uses. 12 items on the diagram. And what I'd like you to do is identify what each item is telling you is going on in the picture. So that's a minimum there. If you can do 12 plus, or rather 13 plus, that's going to give us an expert for this category. And I would say here, this would be between 8 to 11, and this would be less than 8. Okay, so that was one thing I wanted to edit. This rubric can change depending on the diagram, and the diagram you'll see is a little more involved, but not more difficult, just more involved. What you're going to want to do is try to tell me each item that you identify, what is it telling you, or why is it on that picture? What is it representing? What is there? And then your summary is the writing piece, which I will show you an example of, and that you're making the connections to the concept that we're talking about here, which is the relationships that exist between the ways that living things process energy. And in this case, we're talking about photosynthesis and respiration. Okay, onward.